God will likely have to take you out of your place of comfort in order to give you your blessings. Why is this? Well, if we look throughout the book of Genesis, we see Abraham, the father of our faith, a perfect example of this, where God called Abram out of the land of the familiar so that he could take him to the land that he was going to give to him and his ancestors. And for those of you who don't know, Abraham's original name was actually Abram, which is high father. And this was a unique name because back in the old days, your name meant something. So Abram meant high father, but Abram didn't have any children. So the source of his name was actually the source of his shame because he had a title, but he didn't have the fruit of that title. So oftentimes what God is going to have to do to you, just like he did with Abram, is he's going to have to take you out of the land of the familiar. In order for God to bless Abram, he needed to get him out of his original environment, place where he knew everybody, where he was comfortable, where people knew who he was and who he wasn't. Because in order for God to elevate Abram to the man, the father of our faith, to have, the descendants as many as the stars in the sky, he had to get him out of the land of the familiar because oftentimes when we're in our familiar and our comfort zone, people are going to pull you down based on what they thought you were. So just like for you, if you're noticing that you're being pulled to be a little bit more uncomfortable into a place that you're not super sure of, to where you want to succeed and you want to grow, but you know you're going to have to get out of that comfort zone, I would encourage you to lean into that, to embrace that, because likely the blessings that God has for you is right on the other side of that discomfort, just like it was for Abraham.